Hey, great Wednesday evening. I got y'all caught me with a Heath bar in my mouth. Heath. I love Heath chocolates. It's actually toffee that's surrounded by chocolate. Just kind of like it. And good evening, good evening. I'm early. You are actually the first one here tonight. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. Apples and oranges. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Primo, good evening to you, David. Good evening, Joe, Lucy, yeah, good evening, Steve. Status on battery. Battery arrived, and I actually went to Brownsville Sports Center. Honda, the one on Paredes Line Road. Let me tell you, folks, great service there. Thank you to my friends there at Honda. Greatly appreciated, James, out there. Dustin, thank you so much. Charged up my battery because when they come in, they're semi a little bit uncharged. Hooked it up to the scooter, and let me tell you, man, that thing flies. I was actually considering driving it all the way home tonight, but my family got a little bit concerned and suggested that I not scooter all the way home on the scooter. So I'm going to listen to reason, and I'm going to get it washed tomorrow, and then scooter on down to Funky Town. Good evening, Eric. Good evening, Rachel. Good evening, Ganina. Good evening, Erica. Monica Hermosa. I love you. Good evening, Daniel. Good evening. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you reminding me about that. I was going to go by your office, but ran out of time. So, Erasmo, what is going with the county numbers? Who is in charge of that mess? Let me say, guys. Sergio, qué rollo con el pollo. ¿Haces bodas en el puente? Sí, César. Love you. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. Manny ran a bit later than 9 o'clock. Manny. Dustin was always been awesome. Yeah, let me tell you, Dustin was amazing. Thank you, Dustin. Great job, man. Really great work out there. I want a scooter. I saw your video of the scooter and it looks fun. Let me tell you guys, it is mega fun. I showed my kiddo that you showed off the tie. She pointed out that it was her idea, that she was the one who looked for it and picked it. I loved it. I actually wore it this morning. Loved it. And actually was able to name every single character on there. Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening. Let's go back to Lucy's question real quick. Guys, the numbers are a mess, guys. Did y'all see the numbers I posted? There is absolutely no way, guys, that Cameron County only be reporting 58 positives. Does that make sense to? I'm sorry, Cameron County reported 52 positives. Am I right? I don't know why I said 58. Yes, Cameron County reported 52 positives. You know what's funny, folks? What's funny is that I actually called it this morning. Do you remember? Do you remember, guys? I actually called it this morning. When the numbers came out for Hidalgo County, they had mentioned that they had 607 new positives and 9 deaths. And I said, I almost guarantee you that Cameron County is going to report 20. And I was being facetious to a certain point. I was just being like, they're going to lowball the numbers. Guys, 52 positives for Cameron County, not Brownsville. Brownsville had 28. According to them, Brownsville had 28 positives. Guys, more than 28 individuals I saw throughout the day let us know that they tested positive for coronavirus. Again, guys, did anyone see Cameron County's numbers? 52 positives for Cameron County. while Hidalgo is reporting 607. Honestly, does that make sense to anyone? Goodness gracious. Does it? I tried watching the other dude's show. Emphasis on try. Those numbers are so fake. Yeah. But again, going back into what I've been saying for a while, Lucy, again, the issue is that a lot of the decision making process is taking effect, guys. The decision making process is based on the numbers. What else are they going to base it on? Great, great. There's some scooters that go over 45 miles an hour. Number check up. There are actually some standing scooters that will go after 45 miles an hour. I was very, very tempted to buy one. The scooter that I got is a Honda Metropolitan. It's kind of like a sitting down little, like it's like one of those little moped bikes. So no, I don't have to get registration for it, but I did get insurance just in case. Don't want to get busted for no insurance. Good evening, Encarnacion. It's obvious those numbers are wrong. There is no doubt that the numbers are wrong for Cameron County. It is impossible for anyone to think that the numbers here are anywhere close to where they need to be. They're right. They are completely, completely wrong. The other thing that we're just going to talk about two things, guys: the numbers, the positives, the schools, of course, and we're going to talk about GBEC and the issue with economic development in the city of Brownsville. But let me say, guys, it's a disservice to the community, guys. The county commissioner's court continues to lie to other people. We have absolutely no leadership at Cameron County. None. Zero. Zip. Does anyone out there believe that there were only 52 positives in Cameron County whilst Hidalgo reported 607? Anyone? Hey, Pablo. Monica. Hey, Monica from Louisiana. Why are they lying? Why are they hiding? Why are they lying to the public? They are killing us because they're giving people a false sense of comfort and normalcy. And see, let me tell you, a lot of individuals out there, a false sense of security, Lucy. People go like, oh, the numbers aren't so bad. And se empiezan a descuidar. And that's part of the problem when individuals start to think like, become very lax, like it's not a big deal, nothing's going to happen. We could go about our everyday lives as we used to before. And look, guys, I'm not speaking for myself, because like at the end of the day, there was a meme out there that said, when you realize that living with coronavirus is exactly the same thing as when you were not living with coronavirus. And what I mean by that, for people like me, guys, who enjoy being by myself, let me tell you guys. We have Dr. Ed Hernandez here with us. Hey, Dr. Hernandez, how's it going? People that live by themselves, like me, who enjoy spending time by themselves most of the day, who go eat by themselves, who go shopping by themselves. I go to the movies by myself. There's a lot of things I do by myself and to myself. And let me say, guys, that's just the way it is. But so now that I have to be social distancing from everyone, I'm going like, it's Wednesday. It's just another day for me, man. It's just another day for me. Encarnacion, buenas evening. Hey, good evening, Adora. Good evening, Adora. Who do we need to contact? There's no one to contact. See, that's the other thing that's frustrating, guys. They don't care. They don't care. The county commissioners court, they do not care. The Brownsville city commissioners, they don't care. They don't care that people are dying. They don't care that people are testing positive, guys. Do you really, really think that they would listen to someone who is from outside of Brownsville, outside of Cameron County, even before they listen to the people of Cameron County or people of Brownsville? Guys, they're taking Dr. Rene Gutierrez, the superintendent's word, over our concerns. They're not concerned about our health and our well-being down here. They're not. They don't care. But you know what, guys? And as crazy as this may sound, guys, it really is the community's fault. Because let me tell you, and I don't want to sound partisan, guys, but look, all we have is Democrats representing our area. That's all we have. Every single elected official at Cameron County is a Democrat. And what happens, and nothing against Democrats, guys. Again, the party, nothing against the party. What I hate is the corrupt people here. Because look, here we don't hear of corrupt Republicans. Have you ever thought of that? We don't hear about corrupt Republicans. You know why? Because they're not in office. But yeah, if we were to have Republicans in office, politicians, they'd probably be corrupt too. But all we have, going back to facts, all we have in Cameron County is corrupt Democrats. Corrupt Democrats in every single elected position. Corrupt Democrats. And it's not because they're Democrats. It's because they're politicians. Does that make sense? But look, think about it. And before I start to get blasted, guys, think about this. A lot of folks out there were like, oh, no, we're going to vote Democrat because we hate Trump. So you're going to vote for local Democrats because you hate Trump? Really? Guys, we can't afford that. We as a community cannot afford for individuals to vote party. I'm going to vote for the Democrats because they're the people that have always been voted for. Guys, Democrats here in the Valley, Democrats here in Cameron County are unlike 100% Democrats everywhere else. They are. It's not a matter of being a Democrat. It's not a matter of being a Republican. It isn't. They're politicians. Politicians are corrupt. Let me eat that piece of chocolate. Hey, Peppermint Patty. Sorry. Hey, Monica. Hello. I might also be a matter of people just not wanting to get tested. It's the no pasa nada mentality. I agree. The county numbers are shady. Shady. Let me tell you, Ozzy. Not shady. They are wrong. 100% wrong. Very handsome.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You're late.
Yeah, sorry I'm late, man. It took a little longer for me to get off the vehicle than I thought.
Just roll out the vehicle. Hey,
that's actually what I did.
Hey, one of the things that we were talking about before you rudely interrupted us was how the numbers are whack, bro. Cameron County reported 52 positives.
52 positives, okay.
Hidalgo reported 607.
But I mean, the discrepancy comes back to how Hidalgo didn't stop their testing as much as we stopped our testing. So the numbers are going to be off, or we're still reporting backdated numbers.
Which was the problem this summer.
Correct.
But see, that's what really trips me out, Joe. So then we haven't corrected anything. We haven't learned anything from this summer's COVID cases. We have learned nothing. And when you don't learn anything from a horrible situation, you're bound to repeat it. And I dare say here in Cameron County, we're on that verge. And I think that's one of the reasons why the mayor, Trey Mendez, was very, very concerned this morning. I could sense that concern in regards to guys, be careful. We're moving on up there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and we are on the path of repeating the same mistake that we did back then, because number one, we still have the same people representing us at our city government, and number two, you say it all the time on your show, you know, the definition of insanity.
Repeating the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us anything about the STARS EOC exam schedule for next week? Will we be obligated to send our kids to school for that exam?
Is that for me?
Well, yeah, you're the teacher, I think. No.
Well, first of all, I don't do EOCs because I'm not a core area teacher. But from what I understand, um, you do have the choice ultimately as a parent whether or not you are sending your kids to school. At least at this point, you still do. Um, as far as the EOC testing, I understand that that's going to be the same. The same. I can't see them physically demanding or that you send your kids to school for that day. At least that's how I understand it.
The way that I understood it was that they were going to have to go back for testing on campus.
Really?
That's how I understood it.
Okay.
But
And that could be that could be correct. I'm not an EOC tester. I'm not a. I do not have. We have finals. I test midterm finals just like any other class, but we can do that from distance learning. So as far as EOC in your core areas, I really could not tell you that.
Adri, I'll find out tomorrow since Joe is of no help whatsoever. But I'll find out tomorrow, and I'll get you that information. Or if someone has that information, please share it so that Adi can feel a little bit more at ease since Joe didn't do a damn thing for her. Hate the whole system. We get lied about COVID cases, deaths. Our votes get stolen. PUB hikes our bills, and nothing can be done. We seem to be always get the worst blows. It's true, Pepper and Patty, but we have an opportunity again to change that in the next couple of months. We have an opportunity before us. So there's a little bit of hope. If you care, come on at Erasmo Show and say you care. They won't. Not all Democrats are criminals, but all criminals are Democrats. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. And you know what? It's not it's just the politicians here. They're all corrupt, man. Every single one of them. We have no one. We have no one. Nada. People never stop having parties, going to bars, etc. It's on the authorities that never enforce anything. Yes, they do have to report to campus for EOC testing. Of course, they don't have to show up, but on-site is the only option. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Adi, online showing up is the only option. But at what point do we look at ourselves and actually do what we need to do to stop this? I agree with you, Ozzy, and that's one of the reasons why, Ozzy, that I have actually, told folks out there, guys, yeah, let go, let it go, let it go. Stop thinking that our elected officials give a crap and that they're going to do anything for us. It's over, guys. We have to protect ourselves. We have to fight for ourselves. We have to make sure that we are safe. We have to make sure that that we continue to keep each other informed of what's going on and continue to take measures into our own hands in regards to keeping myself safe and my family safe, guys. Because if you're expecting for this city and the elected officials in the city and Cameron County and their elected officials to do anything for the people, then start making funeral arrangements. Are you alive, Joe?
You're going in and out. I'm trying to fix the audio here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, and again, Ozzy, they've enforced nothing, and we shared that this morning. Have you invited city officials to your show, meaning commissioners? Every day we invite anyone and everyone that wants to come on, Anna. 100%. Anyone and everyone that wants to come on is free to come on. I'm not going to be begging these people to come on. It gets to the point where it seems like we're begging and asking folks to come on, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to subject myself to that crap. So again, I'm going to open invitation. Anyone and everyone that wants to come on and shed some positive light in regards to what's going on to the city, more power to them. I'm not going to beg at all. Not. It's not political, Erasmo. It's about lack of education. Like I said this morning, many people here are ignorant and uneducated. They sell themselves and their grandmother out for a chicken plate. Well, tell us how you really feel. You're right, Lucy, and I agree with you 100%. Geez, yeah, man, and people think I'm harsh. That's true, man. They'd sell their grandmother for a raw raw pollo and undercooked rice. You're correct. Exactly. Republican or Democrat, they can be a rat anywhere, 100%. Not all elected officials are held, officers are held by Democrats. Which one is it? Do you know any elected officers here in Cameron County that are not Democrat? Joe?
I can't think of. I can't think of one.
I can't think of one either. Democrats want people on welfare. People here in the valley want to be on welfare, so that's why they vote Democrat. I don't think everyone wants to be on welfare, Ronnie. I think the problem is that they feel that they have no choice. You know, I want a good paying job. You know, I mean, I like free stuff, but if you tell me, Erasmo, we're going to give you free cheese, which I'll take any day. But if I'm going to give you free cheese and pay your bill, everything, or you could have a good paying, decent job, I'm going to choose the good paying, decent job. And I want to really believe that most people out here, will choose the good paying job because there's an ounce of dignity out there in regards to having a great, great job. The problem is we have absolutely no economic development in our area. None. None. And, a lot of people are hopeful that a SpaceX, man, a lot of people, were hoping that SpaceX, I'm sorry, LNG was actually going to start and develop those $6,000, 6,000 jobs that they promised us. I haven't seen one job created by LNG yet, and I hear they're coming. That's great news, man. Just waiting for them. But I don't think people necessarily here they want the welfare. They want the good paying jobs. The problem is a lot of folks find no other recourse but to ask for assistance, man. They have no other recourse. What are they going to do? I mean, there aren't good paying jobs down here. We have no economic development. And look at what happened today. And that's a good segue. Look at what happened today with GPEC, Greater Brownsville's Incentive Corporation, decimated by the city commission. Joe, what did you hear about it?
I haven't had a chance to dig into it. As you know, soccer season started, so I got home just a little while ago. But I mean, what I find a little strange about it is that wasn't it some of those board members that went out of their way to get some of these board members in, and now they act for special counsel and to get this removed. I mean, I'd really like to research into what all took place or what was the reasoning behind removing these board members or what's happening. I mean, are they insinuating that there's some wrongdoing? I mean,
yes.
Is that what they're leading us to believe?
Yes, that's exactly what they're leading us to believe. Look, the issue is a land purchase. They purchased a piece of property that was then placed on a specific hold to where it was going to cost more money to purchase. But the person who put the hold on it is another individual that's a buddy of all these guys, the same city commissioners, who is also on other. I think they're on the housing authority board. And these are the only individuals that are on these boards, guys. And then what happens is, and then the father of Galansky is on another board. So it's all the same people. It's all the same people, but everyone wants to have the biggest slice of the pie. So this guy from the housing board goes and finds out that they're wanting to build the industrial park with GBEC's money, which is really our money. And then John Cowan goes out there and tells his buddy, "Hey, man, was they're going to buy that piece of property." So then the guy goes and buys the property, puts a hold on it, then wants to sell it to the city of Brownsville for a higher price, which is exactly what happened with the Casa Nylon. Exactly what happened to the Casa Nylon. But Norith Kalansky's father, the one that sold us, is on a commission on a board. How is that possible, man? How? The same guy that screwed us over with that piece of crap building that's right there. Right there. I look out my window and I look at the Casa de Nylon building. It's like Russia. It's right there. We paid $2.3 million for that piece of crap. You know what it's good for? Absolutely nothing. It's good for nothing, Joe.
Well, it's housing for the pigeons and stuff.
It's housing for the homeless under that little thing that it has out there, guys. But you elected these people, man. You elected John Cowan. You elected Norith Kalansky. You elected Ben Neese. Rose Gowan, guys. You had an option for Rose Gowan to get rid of her. You voted for her. What have they done for the city of Brownsville? Nothing. What have our county officials done? Nothing. But we keep on voting them in, Joe.
Yes. And that's the issue. And I think one of the things is not necessarily that we are voting and this, let it finish before you jump. It's not that we're voting the wrong people in, is that we're not getting the right people out to vote, because we have a lot more people in this city that can vote, that can make a difference. But the majority of the people that come out to vote, Erasmo, are the people that are on their corners and on their side. Now, yes, we do have a group of people that understand what's happening. They come out and vote and they want to make a difference, but it's not the majority. And I think where we're falling short and we need to make a better effort is we need to educate, do what you're doing every day here is educating our community so that they do come out. But I think a lot of people are very complacent about, well, I went and voted, but
not enough.
Right. They didn't bring their family members, their neighbors, their friends. Like it's about getting everybody out, guys, because we all wait till the last minute. Oh, I'll vote tomorrow. I'll vote tomorrow. I'll just do it on election day. And then I didn't get a chance. So it's about doing it, hitting it early and often, and bringing people and more people and more people. But the right, we got to bring everybody out to vote. I think if the majority of people vote, we would be voting the right people in.
Guys, yeah, and let me say something, guys. Look, I'm not a crier, guys. I'm not a chillon. I'm not. But ask yourself, bro, and look, let's focus on this. Guys, you know that when I was running for BISD, you know that I had people come into my office every day, constantly coming in, or almost every day. Now I hardly get anyone coming into the office. And look, and I'm not whining, I'm not crying, guys. What I'm trying to say, guys, the fight's not over, folks. But why do I feel that some of y'all have given up? I haven't given up on you. I'm still here fighting. Guys, I promised you, election or no election, I was going to be out here, guys. I was going to be out here doing my best to inform, doing my best to present the facts. And guys, I've been out here being proven right constantly every single day. Where are the people that were coming by during the election? Don't give up, guys. The fight's not over. I mean, we had a hiccup, guys. We lost the battle. I'm okay, guys. And like I said, after the election, I appreciate the text message. I appreciate the calls. I'm going to be okay. Erasmo Castro is still Erasmo Castro. He's handsome, totally not fat. And the question I asked you is, are you going to be okay? That's what concerns me. And guys, you are not going. And look, and to my teachers and my BISD people, guys, don't give up on me. Don't give up on the fight. The fight's not over. We continue to fight. And I told you we were going after the city next, guys. And I mean it. So all my people at the district, everyone that came out to vote for Erasmo, everyone that came out to vote, I want you back voting this coming election for the city in May or April, May. I don't remember. I want you back out. Guys, don't leave me. But you know what I'm saying, guys, right? Guys, the fight's not over, guys. We're still fighting the corruption, guys. There's corruption to be fought. The war's not over. Don't leave me. And I need you to continue to go out there and tell people, get on Erasmo's show. Listen to Erasmo. Adri, yeah, I think I answered your question already. Yes, they have to go. If they don't, camel star testing in the spring, camel? How can they, camel toe? How can they make students take it in stride and are allowed to do the distance learning until summer? Primo, I love you, Primo. I understood 75% of that. My kid is going back on campus over my COVID infested body. You have COVID, Maggie? Rodney Brown speaks the truth. Right. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Is that for all school districts? Brownsville. COVID is a smart virus. It only gets people that go to bars and restaurants, but doesn't do anything to people that loot, riot, go to Walmart, HEB, and Home Depot. There's a couple of stores I want to loot. Loot, you got loot that loot. Do schools really let our children know if a teacher or student tests positive? No, they don't. And look, I got some calls and some texts because on Monday I reported some schools that I got the information in regards and confirmed that some school had tested positive. And I get the Erasmo, are you sure? It's not true, Erasmo. And you've seen them guys on my page. Erasmo, it's not true. These are lies. And this is my iPhone 6, my iPhone 12 Max. Lies. I'm just showing it off. The lies that I'm going like, what part is a lie? It's all been proven true. I'm just saying the true. Oh, I'm glad you corrected yourself. I was just going to make fun of you. I'm concerned about my ramifications if I decide to send my child to take the test. About any ramifications? No ramifications. Adri, you are still the parent. You all are still the parents. You all control the career pathway your child takes. I'm sorry. No school can dictate to you, much less during coronavirus times. There are no lawsuits against you. There are no penalties. There are no fines. No judge is going to rule against you right now. None. So, Adi, you do what you feel is most comfortable for you. Adi, thanks for coming out on my first show. Manny, congratulations on Manny behind the mic. Man behind the mic. The myth, the legend, the Barry White imitator, Manny Fossil. Manny has a show, and I guess, guys, I shared the show, shared the show on my page. So if you're interested, again, and I'm going to promote every single individual out there that wants to do one of these lives. The more lives we have, the better. So congratulations. SpaceX is a scam. You know what? I was talking to my buddy there at Honda today, and he seems to think that there's hundreds of people out there, thousands of people working out at SpaceX. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know how many people out at SpaceX are actually Brownsville people. I will say though that by default, we do get a lot of the, some of our businesses are providing food for the people out there. So if that's the case, some people are prospering, don't you think, Handsome?
Absolutely. But hey, was that show a new show or is that on top of the real politics?
You said the bad word.
Oh,
There's no more real politics. Real politics is done and
oh,
over.
did I miss something? There's a breakup. Was there a breakup?
Yes,
Oh, my goodness.
they are no longer a couple. Manny and Roman have broken up.
Sorry about that, Manny. I did not know. I thought there was an additional show.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, don't, baby, please don't
How
go.
about you send them both an invite and we have a counseling session right here live on your show?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do it tomorrow. We could do we could what is it called? We an intervention.
An intervention.
If they did get a job, they don't want to work overtime because it mixes up with their Lone Star and Medicaid. Let me tell you, I don't want nobody messing with my Lone Star. LNG is that like the steel mill promises development around election time. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. True, and that's why there are people with like 10 kids and refuse to work because they're getting housing and a check. And if one child has a disability, no, shut up. $1,200, I hear. And let me tell you, I actually have a funny story. I'm going to say it for the morning show though. I know people who work at SpaceX and they say it's a sweet deal. Is it a sweet deal because they pay well, or is it a sweet deal because there's a lot of people out there working, Oscar? Let me know. It's awesome. I also know you teach your kids. It's also how you teach your kids. I've had kids say, when I grow up, I'm going to get food stamps instead of a career after college. Do you remember the paper food stamps we used to have?
Absolutely.
Those are awesome. What I'm referring to is how the land was obtained. I still say in the long run, it's a scam. I think so too. SpaceX is going to hurt Brownsville more than help it. Wake up, people. You are not going to get the high paying jobs. Those will be outsourced. Yes. The only jobs offered will be maintenance jobs. Yes. But you know, my only hope, Lucy, is that there are some maintenance jobs that actually pay $15 an hour. You know, that's my hope. The problem is that I'm afraid that the maintenance jobs being offered out there are going to be $9 an hour type of jobs. That's would be insulting and hurting. True that, David Castro. Right where? Bringing these companies down is the first step. But please, everyone, keep a good work ethic. And no, I know people at Amphils who arrive to work really hangover, and asleep. It's not a good thing if you're up there way up high. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I did not vote for Rose Gowan. Amen, sister. We have a fake on the city commission that raised the people on the Southmost taxes after they voted her in, and both the counties are worthless. Oh yeah, and then people from Southmost got upset because I said some stupid people voted for Norith Kalansky to be city commissioner. Some stupid people. Stupid people. And why? Because she raised your electricity rates, raised your taxes, and you voted that woman in. I just think many local citizens don't care about local elections. I was one of them until I started watching your show. I always focused on national level. Yeah, and you know that, and I'm hoping, Oscar, that that's going to be one of our goals. That together, guys, we can continue to have that positive, uh, you know, um, vibe on individuals to get them interested in regards to saying, "Hey, man, this is your pie." And I mentioned it this morning, Joe. Look, the problem is going back into what Rodney's saying. People here have this tunnel vision where all they see is that little plate of frijoles and rice. And I love frijoles and rice, but that's all they see, and it's tunnel vision. But up here, if they would look up here, there's steak. Up here, there's lobster. Up here, there's caviar. But they don't look at the whole picture.
Where's the cookie? Where's like the whole cookie and all of
The cookie's the dessert.
that? The whole cookie or just the crumbs?
Well, The tunnel vision people only see the crumbs and they're satisfied. No, but you know what I'm saying, right? People need to. Hey, we have so many resources out here, Oscar. You know, we have the resources that any developing city in the world would salivate after. You know, would hunger for, and our local crappy politicians keep on ripping us off blind. Would you agree?
Absolutely. We don't have any kind of uh, thoughts for the future, progressive uh, mind, no innovation. I mean, we're just stale and only doing what's best for status quo right now. I don't think we don't have the right people in place to move us forward as when we haven't in a long time.
What has our mayor done? Nothing but came into the fake racist narrative, and he let the piece of crap Antonio Castillo, that doesn't even live here, talk him into removing a piece of Brownsville history. Let me tell you, they're all to blame. The commissioners court, the Brownsville commissioners, all of them are to blame. They all fed into Antonio Castillo's bullcrap, stupidity. They went to hell and back to remove a rock when it was just a rock. It's just a rock. To remove a rock because that was Brownsville's biggest problem. A damn rock that 95% of the people of Brownsville didn't even know existed. A rock. My neighbors don't care. My coworkers don't care. You cannot educate someone who does not listen. Slap them silly then. I think Joe has a point about who is voting. Daniela's campaign supporter told a friend that she was going to win because she was backed up by the rich and poor people in Brownsville don't vote. Made me mad at the time, but now I wonder. The problem with Daniela winning was because they had all the vote harvesters, guys. And yeah, there's that stupid group of people, guys, that will believe, will believe the lies that the Joey Lopez people threw out there. They'll believe the lies that the city commission says. You know, I'm still amazed at how many Indians out there are that went out there, Indios, mendigos Indios. They went and voted for Tony Martinez. Mendigos Indios, patas rajadas, you know, guarachudos. And I know I'm going to get a bunch of flap for that, but look at, I wear guaraches. But guys, how many of our poor people out there voting for these guys that would never even give you the time of day? Joe, do you have access to any of the politicians here in Brownsville?
No, absolutely not. They have certainly not made themselves available, and I haven't seen them publicly or otherwise, other than when they're at the meeting, and even then, when they leave in a scampered hurry. Um, I mean, no, they're definitely not available.
Nothing. Guys, how many of you all have access to the city commissioners? Honestly, to the stupid board. Ay, pero allá va la raza idiota to go vote for him. It was the cookers. I've gone by your office. We even went to eat and we went shopping together. I'm even going to help you organize your off. Finally, someone. No, I know, mi amor. I'm just talking in percentage wise. No, let me tell you, Maggie's come over, you've come over, some people have come over, but all those people, I don't want those people to give up, Sudi. I don't want those people to give up. I want them to know that the fight continues, guys. We have to take our city back. You know, if it's if it's a BISD race, it's important. I want people to know it's important. If it's TSC race, I want people to know it's important. If it's the navigation district, I want people to know it's important. I'm not giving up. And the next one on the agenda for us, guys, is the city commission race. And I want everyone out there to believe that it's important and we have to continue to fight. I haven't closed my office, folks. I haven't closed my office. I'm still doing these shows. I'm going nowhere. I'm going to continue to fight the corrupt political machine to my last breath. I want people to do the same. I'm still here. Love you, Permanent Patty. Dile a Frankie que se moche con las password del McDonald's. Don't stop believing. Hang on to that feeling. Don't stop believing. I love Journey. Vito just ran to promote the sprocket. You can't even do that right, Mendigo Vito. I respect it. Respect that you are the only one that kept his word and saying win or lose, will be here to inform us. The rest, I am disappointed. Thank you, Mr. Castro. I'm going nowhere, guys. Again, I will always do my best never to lie to you. I am not a politician. I'll do my best. And when I get it wrong, I'll come on here openly and publicly and tell you personally that I got it wrong. I'm still going to be here. And I'm moving to San Antonio with Erasmo too. I'm not going anywhere. Sorry, working out while watching. Yee, building them muscles. Dr. Ed Hernandez, love you. You need to come on the show, please. Please. The problem is the politicians look for the big bucks. We need to get out there and tell our people. In my location, I did not see no one putting signs up because we don't donate big bucks. That's where we need to educate our people. Yes, guys, we have to invest in what is going to benefit not only us as individuals, but we as the community. And I appreciate Lorenzo's help throughout the campaign. Lorenzo's been here even after the campaign. Love you, Papa. Yes, they tell the parents and teachers if someone comes out positive, a letter goes out the same day. They just can't say who is it due to HIPAA or something like that. HIPAA. Yes, it is due to HIPAA. That's why I was being asked in regards to the positive at certain schools. I'm not going to share that information, guys. Let's catch up with the things. If they don't cancel STAR testing, the students are able to do distance learning until summer. How can they make them go to campus to test? They can't. What grade level is this test for, Joe? Where is Rome? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, all grade levels are testing.
Yes.
They're seniors, not seniors.
Where is Roman? Home? I assume that the district is going by CDC guidelines as to what constitutes close contact, but I still want to know. I don't need a specific name of the person. I just want to know. I agree. But let me tell you, CDC does not it does not apply to the situation that we're living here in Brownsville. Like it doesn't apply to the situation that's going on in El Paso. And what I'm trying to say with that, guys, is that it doesn't matter what the CDC says, it doesn't matter what TEA says. If it does not fit, you must acquit. Oh no, Erasmo, you should have Roman on your show. He is a magical creature. He is a creature. And please, guys, don't go telling Roman because I'm going to get messages. Were you talking about me on the show? I talk about everyone.
I don't know, watch the playback.
Yeah. Let's put all our book aside and we need to educate our people that don't have the big bucks. If we all did what we could have changed anything we want 100%. Even SpaceX is launching rockets. The tourism here is going to skyrocket. You like that? Tomorrow they will launch a rocket 500,000 feet. They bring it back down. That's going to be badass. Yeah, I agree. I actually want to go see it, but I don't think they're letting anybody go see it. Good evening, gentlemen. Saca la chocolate, abuelita, y el pan de dulce. Stupid! You're late. SpaceX uses local contractors that usually take advantage of our local workforce. The contractors get $80 per hour per worker, but only pay. See, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Yes, they pay well for skilled workers. They get good benefits, etc. Plus, they say Elon is a nice boss. The people I know don't do maintenance jobs and are Brownsville locals. Awesome. SpaceX will bring tourism. That's where the money is at. I sort of agree. I mean, we need the tourism. Erasmo, this is Brownsville. No $15 jobs. The most will be $9 jobs. That's unfortunate. Hey, Sharky! Love you. Maintenance jobs better pay $15 an hour. It costs money to drive out there. Rodney Brown speaks the truth. Wake up, people. COVID is still kicking people's ass. Politics and COVID wanna, yeah. Let's reelect Elizondo for fire chief. He is and will be badass fire chief. You can't you can't vote for fire chiefs. I want to run for city commissioner. Great. That's why that's the way the cookie crumbles. Joe, will you be accepting donations for your campaign? How can one support you from afar?
I'm going to do fundraisers. I'm definitely not going to. I want to raise my own money. I practice what I preach. I truly believe that an elected official should not be put in a position where they're gonna feel that they owe a favor. So I will do fundraisers, and if anybody wants to help, I will let you know when we're doing whatever it is that we're allowed to do during this COVID. Uh, we definitely, uh, I would definitely be accepting help that way. I am planning, or I'm talking with somebody that's going to help me do a golf tournament to raise some funds. So, yes.
How people not realize that these people disappeared once they voted into office, but yet they still continue to vote for them, accept raw chicken plates. 100%. Ben, the dog ate the stash. Niece, no vale papa. Rodney Brown, I just read launch time scheduled for Friday. Oh, that's awesome. I say it all the time. Brownsville will never change. Justin, I love you, Justin. Cool. Love you. Rasa here doesn't prosper. Think of how stupid the average person here. Realize half of them are stupider than that. That's crazy. Stop being negative, Erasmo. Why can't you just be happy that our teachers and students are going to infect the whole community with COVID-19? I'm positive that that's what's going to happen. Aquí andamos y no nos vamos. Love you, Papa. Puro cheese, Chris. Love you, JJ. Oh shoot, I jumped over some comments. Here it is. What about the coach from Lopez Food Market that was COVID? Was he coaching all the flies in the meat department? Coaching them to do somersaults on the meat. Why vote? It's corrupt. We saw it in the BIC election, in presidential election. Justin, I need your vote, Papa. Don't leave me. Because if you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Don't leave me, Justin. Hang in there, bro. We keep on fighting. I'm moving to San Antonio just like I have COVID right now. I agree with Flick Sakate. I like Frankie. He seems like a good guy and wanted to help, but he did disappear after his loss, and you didn't. Erasmo. I'm never going to disappear, guys. I'm not going to respond for Frankie, but maybe he just needs a little bit of time. You know, losing a race isn't easy, guys. It really isn't easy. Joe knows about that. It's not easy. You know, it's taxing. You know, you invest time, you invest your finances, and we invested our finances. You know, and we took a hit. You know, financially, we took a hit. Socially, but again, guys, as the people bounce back at different rates. So you know, let's give them the opportunity to maybe heal those wounds, and then come back if he wants to come back whenever he wants to come back if he wants to come back. But guys, one thing is for sure, I ain't going anywhere. I'm your Huckleberry. The politicians are only available during election time, and that is sad. Now scream. Sure. CDC actually already took off its school reopening recommendations. This is because they're really never supported in the first place. They only added it to cater to President Trump. That sounded just like Roman. Wow. Oops. I admit I used to be one of those stupid people. Since I discovered your show, I am stupid no more. I would also hear your name, but didn't know what you were about. Love you, Julie. A day doesn't go by I don't mention your show to anyone and everyone I meet. Thank you, Julie. And that's what we need, folks. Again, and look, it may sound self-serving, guys. It may sound self-serving, like, oh, I want people on the show, and I do, guys. But at the end of the day, know this. Look, if we have 173, which I'm looking at right now, people on here, or if we have 3 people on here, I'm still going to be out here, guys. I'm still going to be preaching the truth. I'm still going to be out here fighting, guys. 100%, So your part is go talk to people. Let people know, guys, if you want to know the truth, if you want to share information, 9 o'clock is the hour. Be it in the morning, be it in the evening. Thank you, Julie. Love you. And you thought you were going to do just 45 minutes tonight. What are both of you running for? I am running for nothing right now. Look, guys. Again, I've stated it. I've said it, and I said it before. Right now, I'm focused on running for mayor of the city of Brownsville. Later on, I'm going to run for justice of the peace, and I'm running for BISD. Oh, the only races that appeal to me. City commissioner, maybe I'll consider it. I live in District 3, but with that said, we have an amazing opponent running in District 3. We have Carlos Elizondo running in District 3. I will not run against Carlos Elizondo again. Will not. Este, but there's individuals that are interested in running for city commissioner at large, and I'd like to support them to run for city commissioner at large. If individuals, friends of mine, opt not to run for city commissioner at large, then you'll probably see my name on the ballot again. But only if these individuals who I truly believe could do a good job as they are running or not running. That's the only way. Joe, what are you running for?
I will be running for a District 4 City Commission, and I'd appreciate any support and votes from your audience and family members and neighbors, because they're definitely going to be needed. It's going to be a tough fight, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And so far, so good. We have a green light on everything, so we're moving forward.
This is from Mr. Valdez. As someone who works for the district here, are you not concerned with potential retaliation for your appearance on this show?
It's like everything else, Oscar. That's a fair question. And there's always the possibility of retaliation. I'm someone that has always stood my ground about something that I firmly believed in. And sometimes, even though Erasmo really tries to coax me into answering some questions that he has designated for me, I do my best. I don't like to talk about people. Last time that I ran for office, and this time around, I'm gonna run on my merit. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna talk to you about what it is that I bring to the table and what I can do that's different than what we have. And I will tell you that I give you my opinion, and I respect that there are other opinions. But when Erasmo asks me something, or when you all ask me something, I give you a genuine answer that's from my heart. So I will answer what I can, what is within my first knowledge. I will never answer something that I don't have first knowledge for or about, I'm sorry, because it wouldn't be fair. And I would never say something about someone that's not present to defend themselves. So there's always room for retaliation. But let me tell you, I've made a career. I worked in the criminal justice system, and I've been what I felt was a protector, a guardian, and I was a public servant for many years. I made a full career, and I've maintained that's been my persona for a very, very long time. I stand for what I believe in, and for the last 20 years, if you've ever received an email from me, I have a quote on the bottom, as cliche as it sounds. It's by Edmund Burke, and it says that the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And I firmly believe that. So, I mean, if there's retaliation, it would be for something that is assumed, because you can go back at everything that I have said on this show, and I have never said anything that wasn't something I had first knowledge about. I have mostly spoken about my personal experience and my personal beliefs. So that's just how I feel.
You know that you had me at Erasmo pokes me.
I said coax me. I didn't say poke me.
Did y'all hear pokes me? That's what I heard. I appreciate it, Erasmo. Never lose my vote. Love you, Papa. I really love you. I believe in you, Papa. Some people get mad because I don't want to interact with them because I want to watch your show. Good job. Have you discussed that board that was removed? Oh, a little bit. Yeah, we did actually at the start. Let me say that I know some of the people on that board. I was really amazed that the city commission took that step, and I'll tell you why. Because Graham is buddy buddies with every single commissioner out there. He's buddy buddies. Graham, I don't know his last name. Graham. He's buddy buddies with Rose Gowan. They eat out of the same plate. He's buddy buddies with John Cowan and Nurit Kalansky, and I thought Joel Mujia, and he's a partner with uh, the mayor Trey Mendez. You know, and still voted him out, kicked him out. There was a commissioner, a friend of mine, the Port of Brownsville commissioner on that. And let me tell you, folks, and again, he's a friend of mine. I love him to death. I disagree that he was part of that board. I don't think any elected official should be on those boards. It doesn't make any sense. Those boards should be of the people of Brownsville. And I know that elected officials are part of that, but they already have their cup of tea. You know, another person there was Pedro Cardenas, the owner or son of the owner of Mi Pueblito restaurant. I'm not sure which. And again, I don't think that she should have been on the board anyway. And Pedro is a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. I don't think he should have been on the board, a GBEC board. And the reason I don't think he should have been on the board was because he never went to the meetings. And again, these are friends of mine, guys. Friends of mine. I'm never going to sugarcoat anything, Not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell him like the way it is. So he should have never been there in the first place. Graham should never have been there in the first place. They shouldn't have. That's my opinion. So that they were removed, guys, let me tell you, it hurts Brownsville's opportunities for economic development. Does that make sense? Look, and I'm going to back to, and it hurts. It was a mistake by the city commission, guys. The way they handled it was wrong. You know that they didn't give a notice to anyone on that board of what they were going to do? That's just very unprofessional. And look, guys, if they did something inappropriate by, buying a piece of property from another camarada, which is what is speculated and is what is being said, then file charges against them, file charges against them and be transparent. Tell us why you removed them from the board. Tell us. Have they put out a statement, folks? There's been no statement. Look, and if they're all they have to do, guys, is say if there is a ongoing criminal investigation in regards to the doings of what the GBEC board did, then just say it. I cannot comment on an ongoing investigation. Say that, but say something. City commissioner said nothing because they're used to not being transparent. They're used to doing things in shade, in the back. And some people like it in the back.
I hope the church people are not watching.
No, I mean, business in the, Joe, running business in the back.
Oh, okay.
Behind the, Joe, why do you have to make this about yourself, Joe? Guys, aren't you tired of these backdoor deals? Honestly, guys, aren't y'all tired of these backdoor deals, backroom deals? Guys, it's enough. Now, the only reason that they and then the other individuals are saying, well, the only reason that they got rid of them was because the GBEC board refused to fire Mario Lozoya. Guys, the guy gets paid over $250,000, guys. He's got more than a year off on his contract left. What's going to happen if they fire Mario Lozoya? Who's going to pay the lawsuit, guys? Who's going to buy out the contract? Does anybody want to take a guess? Joe?
We
do. We do, guys. We have to buy out his contract. Come on, folks. More info tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. What does the Justice of the Peace do? It marries people. It handles civil cases under $5,000, $10,000. Go for it, bro. You got my vote. Love you, Baba. La Pingüina for prison 2020. Preach. So when does Pingüina get sworn in? On Friday. And when is the next board meeting? On December the 8th? Now, guys, I don't know for a fact what Marisa's legal team is doing. They need to file an injunction ASAP. She gets sworn in on Friday. They have to file tomorrow or Friday morning. Where's Carlos Elizondo? I like his voice. And Carlos is smart too. Me too, Lolita. I like Carlos' voice, especially with his new microphone. I like his mic too. So then, will you fight to lower our utility rates?
I've been fighting lower utilities for many, many years. I'm a true believer that competition favors the consumer. I really do. I've always wondered why it is that in Brownsville we don't get the choice for energy as an energy provider. If we had competition, then it favors the consumer. So absolutely.
Can we do garage sales? Yes. Guys, there's no restrictions. I can have a great auditory presence too, but I'm not interesting enough to go on any show. I just like to listen. Graham Schultz. Is that his last name? I can't remember his last name. Graham something. Seaver. Graham Seaver. Joe, I live in District 4. I will support you. Woo!
Thank you very much.
I just got you one more vote, bro.
Awesome. But I need your family and your friends and your neighbors and everyone else that lives in District 4.
I'll be working y'all's campaign. If you want me to, I'll be working y'all's campaign as much as possible.
Absolutely.
I just finished my 4-mile walk 2 miles challenge. Joe, you have my support. Royal approves. Love you. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, shows the way, and that leader is Erasmo. Love you, man. Love you, Papa. Amen. You're right. Do you think they removed the board because something fishy? And since the authorities are probably watching with the whole Sylvia trial, they want to seem like they are fair? Yes. And I think that one of the things that that they learned was that, the feds are watching. So I think it's to their benefit to appear like they're being proactive. Does that make sense? Like, oh yeah, well, we're handling it. It's too late, folks. They've already screwed us over far too long. Guys, I want to end this tonight, but let me get to the last comments. Why does the Port of Brownsville charge all homeowners of Brownsville and the Valley a tax when the port boasts every year how many millions of dollars they make each year? It really shocks the crap out of me. Really, I don't understand. Tax. We get nothing. Nothing. Zero. And I challenge any of the port commissioners to come on out here and explain to us what they do, but they won't. Thank you all. We'll do my garage sales. Yoo-hoo. And let me know if you got some good stuff. Joe, last words.
No, just want to thank everybody for giving me the opportunity to come out here once again, and I will continue to do so as long as you'll have me, Erasmo. We're getting ready to start getting official, guys, and District 4. It's a very strange district, and I hope one of these days I can get Erasmo to post it on his show so that we can look at the map on the map, Erasmo, so that we can see what it looks like. I will be asking for your support, guys. I appreciate everybody, and I continue to be thankful for everyone that continues to message me and send me your prayers. Thank you, guys. Blessings to everybody, and I love everybody. Not Erasmo.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, again, my platform is your platform. You prepare the map, you prepare everything that we need to do. We'll discuss it, guys. And again, we'll set up a little war room here, and plan out what people we need to go talk to, what we need to do. And again, guys, I'm not joking, guys. I love campaigning, uh, and I love phones interrupting my speaking. So, I will. I'm planning to run as hard on Joe, his race, and the other races as if I were running my own. I think that's fair. And it's going to be good because I won't be running for anything, which is amazing. And I'll do this. Y luego la pingüina. Where's all that show? It's gone. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Guys, stay safe. Come back tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll do some more spitting. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. Social distance, take face coverings, hand, whatever thing protects you and your family, guys. Guys, be good to each other, and please continue to be good to me.